Explosive action erupts in the fight world. Nathaniel Wood calls for a dream matchup after a thrilling London victory. Dana White opens up about Nate Diaz's shocking move to Jake Paul's promotion. Belal Muhammad weighs in on Sean Strickland, talking his way into a title shot against Khamzat Chimaev. And Venom Page addresses the UFC London backlash. You don't want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLune 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Nathaniel Wood eyeing a Pitbull showdown after UFC London triumph. After a hard-fought split decision win over newcomer losing Keita at UFC Fight Night 270 in London, British fighter Nathaniel Wood is already looking ahead. Despite a tactical performance that saw him play it safe to secure the victory, Wood felt the fight was easier than anticipated, noting that none of Keita's shots truly rocked him. He explained his cautious game plan, prioritizing health and the win over a potentially riskier, more entertaining slugfest. Now, Wood has his sights set on a massive potential matchup against former Bellator 2-division champion Patricio Pitbull Freire, who is slated to face Aaron Pico. Wood seems confident that this dream fight is on the horizon, and he's willing to wait for it. Fans are buzzing about Wood's confidence and his call-out of a legend like Pitbull Freire. The strategic win has set the stage for potentially massive future fights. Will Wood get his wish against the Pitbull? And speaking of big names making moves, did Dana White really want Nate Diaz back in the UFC? Did Dana White want Nate Diaz back in the UFC? White weighs in on Diaz's move to Jake Paul's promotion. UFC CEO Dana White has once again been an open book regarding fighter negotiations, and this time the spotlight is on Nate Diaz. White confirmed that Diaz met with him a couple of weeks prior to signing with Jake Paul's most valuable promotions for a May 16th fight against Mike Perry. White stated he had a good time during their meeting and believes Diaz received an offer he simply couldn't refuse. He expressed happiness for Diaz and mentioned he hasn't spoken to him since the signing. This comes after Diaz was previously rumored as a potential opponent for Conor McGregor, reigniting talk of their memorable rivalry. White remained coy when asked about a future fight between Diaz and McGregor, simply saying, "I don't know, let him do his thing." Diaz, who last competed in the UFC in 2022, has also ventured into boxing, with a loss to Jake Paul and a win over Jorge Masvidal. The MMA community is dissecting White's comments, wondering about the true extent of UFC's interest in retaining Diaz and what this means for future matchups. But while Nate Diaz is making waves outside the UFC, inside the promotion, talk is heating up for a middleweight title clash. Belal Muhammad has some strong opinions on how Sean Strickland earned his shot. Belal Muhammad, Sean Strickland talked his way into a Khamzat Chimaev title fight. Belal Muhammad believes Sean Strickland's vocal nature has earned him a middleweight title shot against Khamzat Chimaev at UFC 328, potentially at the expense of Nasruddin Imavov. Muhammad expressed sympathy for Imavov, who is on a 5-fight win streak, and was, in Muhammad's opinion, deserving of the title opportunity. He criticized the current landscape where trash talk can lead to championship fights, especially when it involves a fighter like Chimaev. Muhammad, who has had his own past exchanges with Strickland, is now hoping to see Chimaev dominate him. He predicts Chimaev will secure a takedown, control Strickland on the ground, and ultimately win by submission, leaving Strickland mentally broken. Fans are divided, with some agreeing with Muhammad's assessment of Strickland's promotional tactics, while others are eager to see the outspoken Strickland challenge for the belt. Will Strickland's talk lead to a triumphant win or a tough defeat? And speaking of fighters addressing their performances, Venom Page is setting the record straight after UFC London. Venom Page responds to UFC London backlash and contract status. Venom Page is addressing the recent discourse surrounding his performance at UFC London against Sam Patterson. Page acknowledges the frustrations that arose from the fight and is open about potential areas for improvement. He's also touching on the pressure that might come with a recent string of decision victories and has been vocal about fighter pay. Page felt disrespected by his placement on the UFC London card and is looking ahead to his final contractual obligation with the promotion. He's keen to discuss who he wants to face next, signaling a desire for significant matchups as he navigates the final stages of his current UFC deal. Supporters are eager to hear Page's plans and whether he'll push for more exciting matchups or advocate for better compensation in his upcoming negotiations. That's all the fight news for today. But don't go anywhere, we've got a lightning round recap coming up next. And that's a wrap on today's fight news. We saw Nathaniel Wood call out Patricio Pitbull Freire after his UFC London win. Dana White commented on Nate Diaz's move to Jake Paul's promotion. Belal Muhammad weighed in on Sean Strickland's path to a Khamzat Chimaev title shot. And Venom Page addressed his UFC London performance and future. Don't miss out on any of the action. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below and follow us on all social media platforms for more exclusive content.